We're here in Puerto del Sol, very much the party starting now ahead of the Champions League final. Meanwhile, the party most definitely over for Spalletti at Inter Milan. Gab, before we talk about Conte and Icardi and what could happen there, just explain why Spalletti had to go.
Well, first of all, he's about to enjoy a different kind of party, given that he's getting, between him and his assistants, they're going to share about $20 million in compensation, which makes for a nice party. I think the reality is 2 seasons, 4th place finishes on the last day of the season, ups and downs in dealing with certain people within the squad, Beppe Marotta coming in, all these factors meant no more Luciano Spalletti.
So it looks like Antonio Conte will be coming in. Some sources suggesting that it could be tomorrow he could be announced. Pretty much a done deal.
Every indication is that he will be appointed on Friday. The one thing that makes you a teeny bit uneasy here is already where we've heard of sort of the demands that, that Conte is making. One of the big ones is supposedly he doesn't want Mauro Icardi. Now, it's entirely possible, even reasonable, that Conte might not want Mauro Icardi. The one thing I'd be really worried about if I were Inter is, okay, Icardi's still an asset. If he doesn't want him, we try to sell him. But we don't go and telegraph to the whole world that we want to sell him. We've been here before with Diego Costa, haven't we? So that it's stuff like that that might make you a little bit uneasy. And it's one of those things that they're going to have to manage, I think, if Conte comes in, their communications.
How welcoming of Conte will the fans be?
There will be a portion of fans that inevitably, given his past with Juve, not just that, but his past in Juve, around the time that relations between the two were really at their lowest and at their worst, there's going to be a bunch of people who are going to give him a hard time at the beginning. There's going to be a bunch of people that are going to give him a hard time if he doesn't deliver. I think the majority, though, if he gets the results going, they're going to be on his side. And remember, too, he did not leave Juve on good terms at all.
Where could Icardi go? Juventus?
Hard to see Juventus simply because they have Cristiano Ronaldo. They will probably be stuck with Higuain as well. How many center forwards do they actually need? The Icardi one, Icardi said, I want to stay. Whoever the new manager is, if there's a new manager, I'm going to be his friend. I'm going to show I love Inter. This is my home. He's talking a very good game. Maybe Conte can be persuaded if he does stick around. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to be that straightforward finding a home for him. And
then what are the expectations for Conte? What will be the goals? What will they want? You said 2 4th place finishes, not good enough. So what, is it battling with Juve? Is that really the expectations from the Inter board?
I think without question closing the gap. Now, they're looking for sort of one big addition in every department. So at the back, we already know it's Diego Godin. Up front, there's been talk of Edin Dzeko, talk of Romelu Lukaku. Likely one of those 2 guys is going to come in. In midfield, they're hoping to land an absolute stud of a high-intensity midfielder. The name I think a lot of people want is Nicolò Barella from Cagliari. He's obviously going to be very expensive. If they put those pieces in place, they're going to say, you know what? We can be challenging for the title next season.
Gab Marcotti, thank you very much. A lot more from Gab, of course, and the rest of the boys here in Spain as we count down to the start of the Champions League final.